Views and opinions expressed are not necessarily those of the staff or management of the Flavors of Northwest Arkansas podcast.
Well, hello there. Hope this finds you warm and dry. I'm John Engleman. Welcome to this week's edition of the Flavors of Northwest Arkansas podcast. This week, we are talking with Dustin Simmons. He is the co-owner and executive chef of Flashback Pizza and Milkshake in Rogers. Before we get to him, well, I want to start with this. Your local restaurants and bars have taken a pretty big hit the last 5 days. Some have opened, but most folks just haven't gotten out because of the roads. I'm the same way. I totally get it. But as the conditions improve, please consider getting out to the local restaurants and bars, as your favorite establishments and servers, well, they've taken a pretty big hit. There's no better time to get out and support them than now. And isn't it about time to have someone else cook anyway? Speaking of local spots, here's one that opened last week, ChoKolata Dessert Lounge. Opened in Springdale at 1350 South Gutenson Road, right across from the Walmart Neighborhood Market. They are and will be known for their Dubai chocolate offerings on and end crepes, waffles, mini pancakes, fruit cups, and cheesecake. But there are many other flavors as well. Owner Hafez Saleh can already tell you what's going to be most popular.
The Dubai chocolate crepe, the Dubai chocolate waffles and pancakes, and for sure the strawberry cups.
Keeping it in Springdale, how about Zelli Pasta? They are bursting at the seams, and now they need more space. They're going to be opening a dedicated space for their pasta shop and deli, while keeping their old space to continue to produce and package their pasta. The new spot's going to be in downtown Springdale at 111 South Main Street, and it's right next door to the Springdale Pool Lounge. They say that they will announce an opening day soon. According to the Bentonville Bulletin, a Michelin-recommended restaurant from Texas will be open in Bentonville soon. It's a farm-to-table concept called Written by the Seasons, and it will be their first location outside of Dallas. Co-owners Britton Phillips and Haley Nutt are married and grew up in Fayetteville. The Michelin Guide gave them back-to-back recommendations as one of the best restaurants in Dallas. Their current winter menu has their chef's signature items as kimchi pancakes, salted cod fritters, and carrot muhammara. They'll be located at 215 Northwest A Street by the Loveless Cocktail Club. No word on when they'll open. There is word on when the new Whole Foods will open in Rogers. They announced that they will be opening February 18th. Of course, they're located at 1801 South 46th Street in the new Summit Shopping Center. Store hours will be from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Happy 2-year anniversary to Dodo Coffee Company. They've most recently been operating in a coffee trailer in Fayetteville right next to where their shop is being built at 2568 West McMillan Drive. Side note that most of you know, the company is co-owned by Seattle Seahawks receiver Cooper Kupp, who, by the way, still has a game left to play in his schedule. Keeping it with coffee, Downtown Fayetteville announced that they'll be having the Downtown Fayetteville Coffee Crawl for the whole month of February. Here's what to do. Go to one of the 12 participating spots, get your free coffee passport, and get a stamp with each visit. Once you've completed the crawl, you'll get a free locally designed t-shirt from Natural Threads as a thank you. Now here are the participating shops. Arcega's at Church and Center, Jam and Java, Baked by Corey, The Commons, Doomsday Coffee, Arcega's at the Library, Moon House, Onyx on the Square, ONF, Puritan, Little Bread Company, and the Meteor Cafe. Last Thursday, Bethel Brew announced that they're stepping away from their Rogers location. They said in the post that they will be concentrating their efforts on their Fayetteville and Farmington locations, allowing them to steward their time, resources, and energy with greater intention. Mark your calendars for August 4th through the 8th. That will be this year's Tawny Town Grape Festival. It will be their 127th edition of the event. Well, at this point, we usually have Flavors Flashback for you, but we're calling an audible and for good reason. This coming Sunday will be Soup Sunday, where over 30 restaurants will have some pretty sensational soups for you to try. I went last year. It is a fun, family-friendly event, and I recently got to sit down with my old friend and event chair, Channing Barker. And she talked about who Soup Sunday benefits. It's the Arkansas Advocates for Children and Families.
Arkansas Advocates for Children and Families supports policy that impact children and families. Pretty simple.
Right.
So think about things like the paid maternity leave. That went into effect in August of 2025, and that was a piece of legislation that the Arkansas Advocates for Children and Families and many other groups worked with each other to pass. So there's teachers out there who now have paid maternity leave, which was not a thing, John. It's 2026.
Right.
And that was not a possibility without some of these groups who were making sure that we were taking care of those who are making sure that our kids become the next best generation possible.
We'll have that full interview up for you on Friday. Flashback Pizza and Milkshake co-owner and executive chef Dustin Simmons is a Rogers native and wanted to be a rock star. And it almost happened. Well, kind of. Well, he gave it a shot at least. He also did a stint in retail ownership, but then went to Brightwater. And that's where he found his calling. His favorite job was his first one, and he'll tell you what that was. Also, how did Flashback Pizza and Shakes come up with their theme? Finally, they had their soft opening the day before the Rogers tornadoes hit. They paused everything to help their community. Dustin tells those stories and more, and that's next, here on the Flavors of Northwest Arkansas podcast.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation, innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. They're skilled experts, discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, leading by example. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org.
Welcome back. We are at Flashback Pizza and Shakes, downtown Rogers. And I'm here with Dustin Simmons, my old Top Chef NWA judging buddy.
That's right.
How are you, man?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Good, doing well. Can you imagine being up in that breezeway where we were right now or tonight?
That was so cold.
It was cold, dude.
I was on the very end.
Yeah, you were.
I was getting that. That was awful. It was fun, but boy, that was cold.
The crowd was great starting out, and then as it got darker and colder, it was thinning out.
Big time, yeah.
There's like 30 people when we're done.
Yep.
Well, hope you guys can celebrate because we're leaving. Yeah. Well, I want to kind of kick things off with where you're from originally. Tell me about that.
Born and raised right here in Rogers.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, never lived anywhere else.
Okay. Very cool. So this is home.
This
and it's always been home.
Yeah, always been home.
Okay. So growing up, downtown was a little bit different than it is now, probably, right?
So different.
Yeah.
I mean, downtown was just downtown when I was little. I didn't really think much of it.
Yeah.
As I've gotten older, it's just been growing around here, and I love that. It's my favorite part of Rogers, downtown Rogers.
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Rail Yard Live is a thing now.
Love the events out there. Yeah.
Yeah. And
farmers market every Saturday during the summer.
Craziness.
Yeah.
Absolute craziness. Good luck parking.
Oh, it's awful parking.
Yeah, for sure.
But you find a spot, you might have to walk a little bit, but it's worth it.
That's the only way to do it, unless you get here at 3 a.m, right?
Yeah.
Well, awesome. What made you want to get into food?
So, when I was a kid, I would cook for my parents.
Okay.
Every once in a while, I'd cook them like 3-course meals.
Oh.
But I never really thought of myself as getting into food.
Okay, let me stop you there. 3-course meals for the parents was like one grilled cheese.
My mom had a bunch of cookbooks, like Country Home, Southern, all these random cookbooks, and I would just find something that looked good and just try it out.
How old were you?
The ages, I would say between like 8 and 13, in that range.
Really?
Yeah, I just did it. I thought it was fun, but I didn't have a thing in my head of like, this is what I want to do.
Sure.
I just did it every once in a while.
I'm just trying to see, and you're a tall guy.
6'3".
But at 8 years old, are you able to kind of reach to the back of the stove and
yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
all right.
yeah.
Makes one of us. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
That's
I could reach.
All right. Very cool. So you didn't really see it as being not that anyone at that age I was going to be catcher of the Texas Rangers.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I mean that was what I was going to do.
Yeah.
And if it was football season, I was going to be quarterback of the Cowboys. That was.
Hey, fair enough.
When you're that age, that's
Yeah.
that's how you think.
That is, yeah.
Were you going to be a superhero at that age? What was your deal?
So, at 8 years old, I can't remember.
Because everyone dreams at that age, right?
I know I was into history a lot, and I wanted to do
Okay.
something with like archaeology. I remember that.
Oh, very cool.
I was really into archaeology at that age. So that's kind of, I think I wanted to be like an archaeologist.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
a treasure hunter even.
Yeah.
Really into that.
You know, that's what I'm looking for.
I'm still kind of into that, honestly.
That's good. Well, there's still time, right?
There is, yeah.
If this doesn't work out, you may be an archaeologist, go treasure hunting.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I know. I would be too, right? I would be too. Not in this weather. So, what was your first? Was your first job a restaurant job? Mm-hmm. What was it?
Mellow Mushroom.
Okay.
Technically. Now, I was a busboy at Fuddruckers for a few months.
Oh my gosh.
When I was 15.
I worked at Fuddruckers for a few months too in Dallas,
Okay.
and I was up front, the order taking
Yeah.
guy. It was not a good situation.
Yeah. I believe that. Neither was mine. Only a few months. I was young,
Yeah.
and I stopped that. And then it was Mellow Mushroom was like my real first restaurant job.
Hated that manager at Fuddruckers, and I hated him. He was an a-hole, man.
Yeah, I was dealing with the same thing here.
Were you?
Yeah.
Maybe he came up here afterwards.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, Mellow Mushroom. Tell me about starting there. How did that culminate?
I saw a job posting for
Okay,
it, and
job
I was
posting.
like, I needed a job at the time.
Yeah.
I want to say 19.
Okay.
And I applied, and it was right when it first opened, so obviously you hire on a bunch of people
Oh, gosh.
to try to see who fits and who doesn't fit.
Yeah.
And I started off as a prepper. And
Okay.
so I did that for a few months, and then
For those that don't know, describe what that is.
you cutting up all the prepping all the food, getting all
Yeah,
the food
okay.
ready for the pizza line.
There you go.
It was just days and nights of that.
Yeah.
And
Oh gosh, and you know, up here, especially back then, when something new opens,
it was crazy.
you're getting killed.
yeah.
100%.
But I worked my way up from that.
Okay.
Because they would have busy nights, and I wouldn't just prep. I would go up and start stocking the pizza line as they were going through so they wouldn't run out.
Okay.
And so when one of the managers noticed that, and he's like, hey, you want to do pizza line? I was like, sure. And so he just kind of worked me up from there.
Does it come with a raise?
It did come with a raise. It was nice. I worked up from there, and then I spent about 5 years there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went and opened the one in Little Rock for
Okay.
them.
Yeah.
I got really good at that job, and I had a blast.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Did you was the one in Fayetteville already there? by chance?
Fayetteville's was, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Rogers was brand new, and then
Okay.
a few years into that's when Little Rock's opened.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you got into it. Mm-hmm. Very cool. So 5 years ends. Where do you go?
After Mellow Mushroom,
Because obviously at this point, you know how to make a pizza. Oh,
So-
sorry. Go ahead.
so Mellow Mushroom ended, and here's the deal. Growing up, after a certain age, there was two things I wanted to do with my life.
Okay.
And they were the only options for me. Be my own boss.
Yep.
Or be a rock star.
Okay. All right.
My dad's in a band, like growing up with music, like
wow.
that's what I wanted to do.
How cool is that?
He also owns his own business.
Okay.
So those are the two things I gravitated toward eventually. And so after Mellow Mushroom, I actually quit Mellow Mushroom to open up my own business.
Okay.
And it was a head shop,
Oh,
which I opened
yeah.
in downtown Rogers.
That makes sense.
Yeah, right on Main Strip, downtown Rogers. I was 24 years old, and I was
dude.
like, this is going to be great.
So brave.
Yeah, I hated retail. Hated it with a passion.
Yeah. It's what it is.
Yeah, didn't know. I go from, which I did like the restaurant. I loved it. I loved working there.
Sure.
But you go from being busy every minute of every day doing something to just sitting in one spot.
Waiting for somebody to walk
I
in the
hated
door.
it. It was awful,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh. So much downtime.
Oh, it was terrible. So I did that for 2 years. The best part, I did vend at festivals, which is great.
Oh, that's cool.
Enjoyed that. I made no money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Broke even
Right.
at best at those festivals, but I wanted to get back into the restaurant.
You have to
game.
look at that as going to a festival for free.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
No profit. But I had a good time and it was free.
There you go.
So-
Gas is covered.
So when I sold that, I knew I was like, what's funny is right before I sold it, I was thinking about, well, I could get back in the restaurant game. And then I was like, being a chef, though, that's very intimidating. So like I was kind of like weighing my options, and I was like, you know what? I really enjoyed it. I want to go for it. I want to try it.
Yeah.
So sold the head shop and immediately enrolled in Brightwater.
There you go.
That-
So Brightwater, what year are we talking here?
So 24, 25, 26, 20.
We're doing math here.
2018. I enrolled in Brightwater 2017, somewhere in there.
Still newish.
Yeah.
Brightwater was. But
The date might be wrong. I do know it was within the first year of it officially opening.
Okay, I got you.
So it was brand new. In there.
All right. Yeah.
I just, this is the career I chose at that point. I'm like, this is it. I'm making my choice. The Rockstar thing didn't work out. Tried that.
Okay. Do you have do you play guitar?
I play guitar. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Were you singing?
I do not sing.
You don't?
My dad sings. I do not sing. I can't do it.
I got a cousin that's in the band, plays guitar, and he's like, nope, no singing here.
I wish I could sing. That's one of my things I wish I could do more than anything.
Yeah.
If I got lessons, maybe.
Yeah.
But I don't have time for that now.
Got to be a front man, right?
Yeah.
That's how it is. That's where the money is. So you get into Brightwater, and what was it? Because I think eventually we all get to an age where we're like, that's it. And it's because of that I'm hooked in. What was it that hooked you in about being a chef or wanting to be a chef?
I can't pinpoint one thing specifically.
Yeah.
All I know is I just thoroughly enjoyed every class.
Oh, great.
Not the paperwork classes, but the cooking classes.
Yeah.
There's something I enjoy prepping food. One of my favorite things
Yeah.
to do is we're closed Sundays and Mondays.
Right.
Sometimes I'll come up here on a Sunday or Monday by myself and just get some stuff done for the week.
Yeah.
Or the first few days. I love doing it. I love cooking.
Yeah.
It's just something I enjoy. And during culinary school, my eyes were open to a few new techniques, a few new things I didn't know. It just continued to be fun, and I just thoroughly enjoyed it.
That's great. That's great. And that's also when you know.
Yeah.
When you're not hating classes and you're looking forward to going and seeing what you're going to be doing next.
I tried regular college early on and hated it.
I tried 3 or 4 times and finally finished, but I was not, I was 30 when I finished, so different story. So Brightwater, you go through Brightwater, that's done. Mm-hmm. Then what?
So during Brightwater, I was in a couple of restaurants. There was one called Growler that opened, and then Boca. I was at Boca.
Yeah.
I think Boca was the last one I was at before COVID hit. And
Okay.
they closed down because of COVID.
Okay, so you were in the Rogers Boca.
So I had I think I had just completed Brightwater while I was working at Boca.
Okay.
So then I actually started working for Chef Robert Shaw.
Yeah.
Not too long after that.
Okay.
So I worked for Chef Robert Shaw a little bit before COVID hit. So he had a food truck called 3 Cents an Acre.
Yep.
And I would run that from time to time. He was doing Moonbrock at the time. Mm-hmm. And so I did that for a while, and that's when I fell in love with food trucks.
Okay.
Because I had never worked on a food truck until then, and I had a blast.
Boy, it takes a certain someone and something to be able to have a blast doing that.
Hey.
Especially when it's 100 degrees outside.
We might have had too much fun sometimes.
Okay.
And he would let us know when we did.
I'm sure he would.
Yeah, it was. But hey, I had a great time doing
shy.
it. He's not shy.
No, not at all.
But I mean, I fell in love with food trucks on that food truck.
All right.
That was a whole new experience for me.
Gotcha.
And it seemed like something that was a little more I could do this.
Uh-huh.
I could open a food truck. It's a lot less cost than a restaurant.
Sure. And it's a good incubator.
Yeah. So I worked for him. I think I worked for Boca after him. So then I was at Boca.
Yeah.
Then COVID hit. And then we got a lot of stimulus checks.
Yep.
And I was like, I can do this.
Now or never.
Yeah. So we actually bought his 3 Cents an Acre food truck from him.
All right, that's where it went. Cool.
Yeah. So I bought that with a friend of mine at the time, and we opened a food truck right after that called Foodology.
Nice.
And it was fun. It was stressful.
Yeah.
Obviously not doing it on your own, not being the owner, just working for food trucks, it's a whole different experience.
Sure.
So obviously when we did that, it was an eye-opener. I was like, oh, this is not as easy as just being an employee. There's a lot more to it.
Yeah. So
that was my first intro to food business ownership.
Yeah. Okay. That was your foray.
Yeah.
All right. And how long did that? Because first off, it's COVID, so that's the right time for a food truck.
So yeah, we opened at the end of COVID.
Okay.
So
gotcha.
We saved some of our money, and I think my parents gave me some money to help pay for some stuff too. And
sure.
It was at the very end of COVID we opened this thing up, and I mean we were successful for a while.
So where did you locate it?
So we first started. Java Dudes used to be over here just on the corner of like Second Street down here. Java dude has a coffee shop. We were right. Same lot as them, basically.
Okay.
We
All right.
stayed in their lot.
All right.
We stayed there for a while, almost a year, I think. And then
Oh, wow.
we had the opportunity to move our food truck to the Bentonville Dive.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So that was just opening, and we put our
Yeah.
food truck there for a while.
All right. Kyle said, come on.
Yeah. It was Kyle. Yeah.
Right on.
So that was fun.
Yeah.
Dive was a lot more profitable than Java Dude's area.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
There's a lot of traffic that way.
A lot of traffic, a lot of drinking, which smash burgers, poutine, and paninis, that was our thing. That was, flying.
Oh, my gosh. You
Yeah.
were just raking at that point.
Yeah. We were doing all right.
Yeah. Oh, so, gosh, yeah. So, that's just taking money right there.
Yeah.
So how you said you did that for about a year?
Mm-hmm.
What was the end of that?
The end of it, things got a little bit slower.
Yeah.
New business owners didn't manage money too well.
Okay.
'Cause me and my friend at the time, we were business partners. And when it got slower, we just we didn't like stop, but we kind of started doing our own thing. And then I got an opportunity to work at Moonbrook,
Okay.
which turned into the Shire. So the current owner of Moonbrook, he was a fan of foodology.
Oh, nice.
And he's like, hey, do you want to... I've got this spare room. I want to try to push like a food truck theme thing. I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
So we just kind of ended foodology at that point.
Okay.
Like we were done. There was a little bit of fallout, and that happened. So then I moved on to no more food trucks for a while.
Yeah.
To now being in a restaurant again.
Okay. Yes, birthday.
Birthday. If it's your birthday at Flashback, you get a milkshake for free and a toy out of the treasure chest. We announce it over the loudspeaker.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That I jumped in my chair a little bit, but I'm glad we're getting this. This is cool. This is very cool. Awesome.
Kids love it.
Yeah. That's cool. I'm going to turn around and look. Oh, little guy. So, okay. So yeah, tell me about that next step. And because I think, well, I'm not even going to say it. Tell me about the next step of Moonbrook.
So Moonbrook was, at that point, was just going downhill. Like it had, all the original owners had like gotten out of it. There was one left, and he was kind of drawing at strings here to figure out what to do. He called me in, and unfortunately, a month after I got there, the head chef of Moonbrook passed away. The guy who was doing it.
Yeah.
So then we pivoted from me doing something else to like taking over that job. And the owner at the time, his name was Greg. Great guy. He let me. I was like, hey, we're going down. Like we need to rebrand. There's a lot that can be done here to fix this. So he took me on, and he always called me the owner at that point because I completely rebranded to the Shire. And after a few like menu variations, like I had to try to kind of figure out what would work well there. Like we got it, and we did see numbers start going up.
Nice.
So
what was the Shire? What did you rebrand it to? What was the food?
The Shire Gastropub, man. It was elevated pub food.
Okay. Yeah.
I always forget like what I actually made there, but like I'll go back and look.
Yeah.
And I'll see like my southern shrimp and grits, or my fish and chips, or just all this stuff. I'd see pictures. I'm like, dang, that was really good. Duck curry.
Oh wow.
Like we did a lot of. I would change menus every 3 months.
Yeah.
I mean, kitchen was huge.
Gosh, dude. Well, I would have to be, I guess, right?
So we did a lot of playing around there, and it never got boring.
Yeah.
We were constantly able just to change whatever we wanted. And then we got into throwing big events there because
that freedom.
Yeah, it was fun.
Because especially when you have a kitchen that size, having that that's like the first time for you probably at that point to have that freedom in that kind of space.
Yeah, it was.
Crazy.
Yeah, now I have freedom and no space. Tiniest kitchen I've ever been in my life here.
It's a food truck back there, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Well, we'll get into that here in a little bit. So you switch it or you change it basically into the Shire.
Yeah.
It catches on. Tell me about that build up and becoming one of these spots.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, because it was such a big building and rent was high, like just being a restaurant barely got us by.
Okay.
So then it was, well, hey, we got 3 floors, we've got all these speakers, let's start throwing events. And so then we'd have Friday, Saturday night events, and that would pack the place.
Nice.
And so now we were like leveled up pub food and party space. We didn't really have an identity towards the end because we were just doing so much.
Yeah.
But like it just kept growing and growing, and it was so much fun. It was a blast.
Became a monster.
It did. Too big of a monster to handle, honestly.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was doing. It was my first time trying to run everything.
Yeah. Oh.
So like GM of which I've never done before.
that's
So I'm trying to figure out all the employee stuff, this stuff. It was a nightmare
That's a
at
lot.
times.
That's a lot.
It was a blast.
Yeah.
But it was very difficult.
You had to be hitting walls left and right after a while.
Oh, constantly. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, building your way out of that, it's also not cheap to be in downtown Rogers.
No, it's a lot more expensive than you'd think.
Yeah, especially when you have 3 floors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was that like? Because I think the cost, from what I understand, if I'm not mistaken, that was kind of the reason that you guys got out of it, right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
that the lease was ending. It was a mix of all that.
It's a lot of that, yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot.
That is a lot.
3 stories is hard to handle.
Oh, can't imagine.
Yeah.
How are those knees and legs at the time, Jeff? Going up and down the stairs.
Well, I was 100 pounds heavier at the time, so a lot worse than it would be now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very cool. So from there, I think it's from there to here, right?
Yes.
Tell me about that process, because
So we were closing down, made it public. Hey, we're shutting down.
Yeah.
We had one last party, one big last blowout. On that night, 2 regulars came in. Bobby and Ian Wolf. They loved the Shire. They were regulars. They came all the time.
Okay.
So me and at the time my best friend Garrick, we were running the Shire together, and they approached him and said, "Hey, we really like what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
We love the food. Maybe we can start something. Maybe we can help you guys and get another business going or something."
and this was at the party the last day.
Yeah.
How many had they had at that point? A few drinks in?
They had a few drinks in, and I've been approached a lot of times. Like, you always have these talks, and
Sure.
like you're going to go through 50 before one actually takes. So I
Right.
was very open to it. Like,
Sure, of
I didn't know what
course.
I was going to do next. So
You don't cut it off. You just
Yeah.
kind of don't count on it.
yeah. And we talked a little bit that night, and then we set up a meeting. We actually went to the rail.
Okay.
We had a meeting, and it started going forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
it was
right.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. So at that point, did you have the space? How were you able to get this spot in downtown Rogers?
All of us had a mutual love and respect for downtown Rogers.
Okay.
We love
Okay.
this area.
Yeah.
So we wanted, if possible, to do something down here.
Yeah.
As we started talking, this building was like the only thing available.
Okay.
So at this point, there was the only thing that was thrown out concept-wise was from Bobby. She said, what if we catered to Gen X? Something, because they're the ones with the money now. So what if we can do
Right.
something catering to that crowd? I was like, that's smart. Let's figure that out.
Okay.
We find this building. It was me and Garrick. I remember us walking in here, giving it a tour, and I still had no idea what food I was going to do, what the actual concept still was going to be.
Yeah.
And I was looking at it, I'm like, man, I was like, it's small, it's kind of intimate. I was like, I think we could do pizza out of here. Like, I can't put a lot of ovens back there for
Right.
what I'd want to do dining-wise, so I can fit a pizza oven back there. And I was like, all right, let's do pizza. I was at Mellow Like, I love Mellow Mushroom. That was still one of my favorite jobs ever.
Yeah.
I enjoyed tossing the dough. I loved everything about pizza. I remember that. I just remember enjoying cooking pizza.
Sure.
So I was like, hey, let's do it. Let's pizza.
Yeah.
Because I'm the executive chef here, so like they were all looking at me like, what do you want to do for food?
Right.
So I pitched the idea, and everyone was down for pizza. It's the number one selling food in America. Like,
For a reason.
yeah, it's got low overhead and it sells. So
Yeah.
like, why not go that route?
Absolutely.
And then the concept of 80s, 90s, I really played off of what Bobby had said. She's like,
Okay.
Gen X. So I was like, well, what about like an 80s, 90s, like throwback thing?
So is that when Dad comes back into the picture and starts telling you about the days of the 80s and getting the 90s together, or were you already well versed?
Oh, well versed.
Oh, okay.
Well
All right.
versed.
I stand corrected yet
Look,
again.
so I was born in '89, so I'm a full
Okay.
'90s kid.
Okay, I
'80s I've heard about. I've heard the stories.
Live through it.
Yeah, so that was really just. Not really. We were all kind of 80s, 90s. Let's do it.
So I think far different from today, and you can correct me if you think I'm wrong, but pop culture in the 80s especially was so much more focused because there was You basically saw what you saw on one of the 5 TV channels and or at that time 20 cable channels.
Yeah.
So it was far more focused.
Yeah, it's really easy to pinpoint everything from those
And
decades.
the movies.
Yeah.
And the movies, of course.
Yeah.
All right. So you got the theme going and you got the idea. You guys decide on this place and you've got to build it out. But there's a lot to do with the build out, especially with the theme.
Yep. So
I don't even know where to
first I had to
begin.
come up with a name. I remember when I'm
Thank
coming
you. That's
up
a very good point.
when
Yes.
I'm coming up with ideas, I'm always like really shy to show people like my ideas. 'Cause,
Right.
it's like imposter syndrome.
You're just
like,
waiting to get-
It sounds like a good idea, but I'm just like, is this okay? So I remember I was sitting down with Garrick and I'd come up with the name Flashback.
Okay.
And then a simple logo design, very similar to what we're using now.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I just came up with logo design. That doesn't have to be the right name. Like, he's like, that's a great name. I was
Yeah.
like, is it? And then, then Bobby and Ian loved the name. And I was like, oh, thank God. I'm like, cool.
All right.
So, Flashback Pizza and Milkshakes. Milkshakes was actually added a little bit later.
Okay.
Flashback Pizza was at first.
Okay.
And I don't remember what caused me to say, hey, let's do milkshakes.
Huh.
But I somewhere I saw something with pizza and milkshakes together, I'm sure, and I was like, we could do that.
Yeah.
First week we were open, I regretted it, but
Oh, I'm sure.
so I don't remember the milkshakes came in. I do remember we just kind of added that on. It sounded great together.
Sure.
But that was the beginning, and
So-
then getting everything.
How do you get all this stuff?
So
For people that haven't been here and that are just listening and can't see through the cameras or anything, it's an 80s/90s absolute theater in here with all the signs, all the posters, the movie posters, the videos that are playing. I mean, it's just it's everywhere.
I always tell people it's like the 80s and 90s threw up in here.
That's
and
fair.
I will say 90% of this is original.
Okay.
So it's almost like a museum as well.
Yeah.
So it took 2 months to get everything in here.
Yeah.
It was me and Garrick. Like, we were thrift stores. I was on eBay. I was on Facebook Marketplace.
gosh.
I was asking relatives.
Speaking of a full-time job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was 2 months of just trying to source everything in here. There's some of our own personal stuff in here and then stuff we just bought.
No.
So it was a lot of running around, a lot of looking around, a lot of internet.
Yeah.
But we got it. And
Gosh.
like movie posters that are up here are actually from the Rogers Malco back in the day.
Oh, no
Yeah,
kidding.
so they're original local movie posters.
Stop. That is awesome.
Yeah, Bobby and Ian had a friend who was just getting into like reselling stuff like this.
Okay.
And they hit him up, and he came in. Jordan, I believe is his name, and he found a lot of cool stuff for us.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
That was fun. That was a fun 2 months.
Yeah. Oh, I bet.
I mean, you're buying cool old stuff. Like,
Right.
I enjoyed that a lot.
Well, you guys get everything together. You're about ready to open, and then downtown Rogers gets that tornado.
Yeah, it was awful. So that was like the day before our grand opening.
Ugh.
So we had just done some soft opening, and we're getting in the flow of things. And then that tornado hit.
Did you guys, were you affected here
Oh,
at
yeah.
all? Like,
Yeah.
what?
My house was actually just down the street and got leveled almost
Oh,
by the tornado.
no.
3 giant trees fell on it.
Oh, no.
And the roof was collapsing in, and the whole property had to be demolished.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So
What did you do during that time? You got responsibilities at home.
I moved in with my girlfriend.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought you had like a whole family and everything. Okay.
No, not at that
All
time.
right, good. Were you renting or did you own?
It was my dad's. I was renting from my
Okay.
dad.
All right.
It's a
Okay.
property he'd owned since he was 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Dad, fix it. I'm going to go move in with the girlfriend.
No, he insurance took care of it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's always a good thing.
It was a big hit.
So, but you guys got hit here. Did this?
So this building didn't get hit.
Okay. All right.
We had umbrellas out on the patio that were on the roof and
Well,
that were everywhere else. We had
that'll happen.
a dentist sign from a couple blocks away in our patio.
Wow.
Like, we flooded in here a little bit,
Okay.
but structurally everything was fine.
Okay.
There was internet or electricity out. Obviously,
Yeah.
everywhere was out for a while.
Well, obviously you can't open up for a while,
Yeah.
but you guys jumped into the community. Tell me about that.
We did. So we obviously the next day directly after the tornado, me and Garrick were in here. Everyone was in here like looking like, what are we gonna do? Like,
Yeah.
we got a walk-in full of food. We've got
Oh.
no electricity. We've
Yeah.
got all this stuff, and me and Garrick just came with the idea like, we can still we're gonna throw all this food away. Why not just, obviously people are affected. Like, let's just give out free food.
Yeah.
So we did that. We set up some grills. The oven worked because it's gas.
Oh, good.
So what pizzas I did have or
Yeah.
dough I had made up, we were able to push that out.
Nice.
We did use some dry ice for a while to keep cold what we could.
Okay.
And then Facebook, we're like, hey, if you've been affected, come on through.
Yeah.
Like, we got free food. And then, I mean, it snowballed.
You get a lot of people.
Oh, the gas Jiffy Quick down here started donating stuff to us. Levi's donated. Like, all these people were, like, donating stuff.
You became the central point.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Someone donated, like, 80 pounds of meat at one point.
Oof.
We got grills out here, and we're just grilling up.
Oof.
And, like, people were outside, inside. We were just cooking for days.
Kind of became a party out there.
Yeah. It was a party out there.
Was it really?
Yeah.
That's
it was
great.
fun.
And people needed that for
Yeah.
sure.
It was
Man.
fun.
Well, that's great.
It was, I mean, well, were we going to just throw it all away and do nothing? Like,
It's the right thing.
The least we could do
Did
is
the right thing.
do something
For sure.
good with it all.
100%. 100%. So, you guys get through that. You get everything going here, and it's time to open the doors. What was that like?
Busy.
Yeah.
Very busy.
Yeah.
Stressful, hectic.
I don't want to be morbid, and this is probably, and you certainly don't have to agree with this, but goodwill is a big marketer too, whether you like it or not. It's
Yeah.
just naturally that way.
Yeah.
So, in addition to doing the food outside and everything during the tornado, more folks know who you were at that time, and then you
Yeah.
open, and maybe a side effect of that.
It was a side effect we didn't think about at the time,
Right.
but it definitely was a side effect.
Yeah, yeah.
It's still to this day we have people talking about it.
That's great. Yeah.
So, it helped us, but
Sure.
definitely we didn't do it with that intent.
No, of course not.
But yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It still to this day helps us. So
Yeah. So doors open, you guys get slammed, and we were talking about this before we started. You got to figure out a kitchen flow, and you can't do that until you're hit.
So, obviously, I've worked in a decent amount of restaurants at this point.
Sure.
And the kitchen, I had it. We've gone through 3 different kitchen changes since we opened. The one we
gosh.
have now, spot on.
Great.
But it's such a small kitchen. There is no room for anything. So there's definitely been pizza line. We've changed walls. Like with the oven, we've moved the oven twice. Like finding that flow did take a minute because every position we'd had everything and worked.
Yeah.
Like it all worked on paper at work and then in practice it worked, but it was just slowly tweaking it to be just perfect,
Yeah.
which we have finally got down.
That's important.
Yeah.
People don't get that.
Yeah.
That's super important.
It's different. I mean, you can draw it out on paper and be like, oh, well, this is how it's going to go during service, and then you open and you're like, oh, well, didn't think about this, or this is actually
Sure.
not working for the flow. So,
Yeah.
like, it was some tweaking, but we got it.
Good. You ready to talk food?
Yeah,
We've been dancing around a little bit. We got that, the Mike Engleman Home Pro Tip of the Week, and that's next right here on the Flavors of Northwest Arkansas.
Let me show you something.
Connect with us at Flavors of Northwest Arkansas on Facebook and Instagram, or by email at flavorsofnwa@gmail.com.
All right, welcome back. It's time for the Mike Engleman Home Pro Tip of the Week. And for that, sir, please tell me your tip of the week.
Make a simple tomato sauce.
Love this.
It's very versatile.
Yeah.
San Marzano tomatoes, salt, basil. That's all you need.
So, how much portions are we talking here?
All right, so say you have 2 quarts of San Marzano tomatoes. Do just a small few leaves of basil.
Okay.
Large pinch of salt.
Okay.
Blend it together, boom. You can store it all week. You want to make a marinara, maybe add some garlic to it later on, maybe reduce it in a pan a little bit. Like,
Okay.
it's just so versatile. I see so many people putting so many herbs and spices in their sauce. Don't do that.
Be simple.
Be simple. I have an Italian grandma. That's what she did.
Tomato, basil leaves,
and salt.
regular salt.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
That's all we need.
And it's such a versatile sauce.
It sounds like it. Yeah, that's all you do. We'll be right back.
Your story doesn't have to end. As an organ donor, the good in you can live on. In fact, you can save up to 8 lives through organ donation. Sign up to give the gift of life after you're gone. You'll be happy you did. Just maybe, someone else will too. Sign up online today as an organ, eye, and tissue donor at organdonor.gov. It saves lives.
In 2022, when I had my kidney transplant, there were 103,000 people on the waiting list. We're going the wrong way because today there's 105,000 people on the waiting list. And the reason why is because people in states like Arkansas, where there's only a 64% of people that are active organ donors, or actively listed as organ donors, I should say, are who's going to be donating down the line. Don't take your organs with you. When you pass away, make sure, or not when you pass away, before you pass away, make sure you're a donor. Go to organdonor.gov. Make sure you're signed up there. It takes 5 minutes in the state of Arkansas. It also takes 5 minutes in Texas. Not sure about the other spots, but get signed up. You can save 8 lives with the organs that you have. You can also hit the health app on your iPhone to take that route, or go old school like I did at the DMV and or Department of Finance here in Arkansas. Please do it. Don't take them with you. Let's work on getting that number down. Thank you so much. And we're back. Dustin, you ready to talk food?
Let's talk.
Let's get into pizza here.
Okay.
Do you have kind of a high, overreaching mission statement for pizza for you? What should pizza be?
Pizza should be fun and simple.
Okay.
Like, don't get me wrong, I do. There's some like really bougie pizza out there.
Yeah, man.
Love it. It's great.
Great.
It's not something I will eat every day. I just like simple pizza. It's fun. Something
Yeah.
with my pizza has a little more flavor in the crust than some.
Okay.
I just like to keep it simple and
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
That's kind of the whole premise of this restaurant.
Yeah, for sure. And there are a lot of options, by the
Oh,
way.
yeah.
And the funny thing about the options, and we've talked about this, I've talked about this with other people, one of the things that I love about restaurants like this are the names on the menu. There are like 3 or 4 places in Northwest Arkansas that I've been to that do the same kind of thing,
Yeah.
which is awesome, and I love it. Things like there's a pizza called Dazed to Confused.
Yes.
Outstanding. Now, that's 90s.
Yep.
Okay, good. I'm glad you're with me. I wish I had do you need a menu?
Hey, Ayla, can you grab me a menu?
Yeah. I should have done that before we kicked off, yeah. But some of the other names here, by the way, the Swayze, very 80s. May he rest in peace.
Yes.
Very 80s. Weekend at Bernie's, which I probably reference about twice a month. And it's usually people that are circling the drain a little bit. And Pretty Woman, the A-Team. But I've got to ask about the Dazed and Confused.
Dazed and Confused. So it's pesto based. It's got
Yum.
our grilled chicken, tomato, parmesan, and fresh mozzarella.
Ah,
It's a simple pizza.
can't go wrong with
Delicious.
that. Oh, you got the Italian Stallion.
Italian Stallion. Everything was named after something in the 80s or 90s. Everything from the appetizers to the salads, sandwiches, milkshakes.
There's so many.
I just had to keep it all in theme.
Oh, okay.
Once again, fun.
I'm going to start reading off some of these,
Yes.
but I'm going to save some of the specialty pizzas for us to go through. But some of these names, I mean, this is very, very 90s. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go to the top. Meatloaf's Meatballs. May he rest in peace.
Yes.
There's going to be a lot of these rest in pieces,
Yeah.
I'm afraid. Pac-Man's Bread Bites. Bill and Ted's Most Excellent Cheesy Bread, of course.
Yep.
Gotta love Bill and Ted. Falcor's Spin Art Dip. Mario's Stuffed Mushroom. Chandler's Antipasto Salad. And, of course, Monica and Phoebe's Spinach Salad. Ross and Rachel's Garden Salad. Joey's Caesar Salad. I love that for the salad.
Yeah. The salad is all friends themed.
All
yeah.
friends. That's hilarious. You get into some of the specialty dishes, and you've got the Happy Gilmore.
Meatball sub.
That's great. That's great. I don't know why I'm laughing. I just immediately pitch or think of the movie, think back to it, and that's
Yep.
hilarious. The Tony Soprano, of course.
Yeah.
Now that was absolute. Probably not the first for me, but the first for me being on my own of appointment television.
Yeah.
I didn't miss it. Sunday night, you locked in front of HBO.
Yep.
Something else is going on. No. I've got to go back because there wasn't. I don't think we had. Did we have TiVo then? Did TiVo started yet?
I think that was like late 90s.
I think that was
early
probably
2000s,
after. So
somewhere in
you
there.
had to be there,
Yeah.
or maybe catch a rerun at some
You
point.
could record on VCR if you really wanted to.
If you really wanted to, I
Yeah.
guess that's right. But you couldn't. You had to be home kind
You
of
had
to do
to-
it.
yeah, you had to do it at
unless
home.
you timed it right. And that's going very old school here. My cousin Vinny, these two Utes. The Emilio Estevez, marinated shredded pork, ham, salami, creamy Dijon sauce, sliced pickles, and provolone. Oh, yeah.
That Emilio Estevez, that's a sandwich you shouldn't sleep on. That's
I'm not sleeping on
our
it at
version
all.
of a Cubano.
Okay, that makes
So,
sense.
It's a mojo pork. It's a little bit different than a traditional Cubano, but it's our take on it, and it's really good. I really like that one.
So, marinated shredded pork. You guys prepare that. Tell me about that.
So my biggest challenge with adding menu items like that, especially,
Space.
is space. And I have no stovetop. I have no oven except the pizza oven. So everything that I cook, I had to kind of figure out how to do it in a high degree oven.
No kidding.
I've done it. We figured it out. But that took a lot of work. That took a lot
crazy.
of trial and error.
I want to ask how, but I don't want you to give away any industry secrets here. But generally speaking, I guess it's kind of in a big pan. And
Big pan, yeah.
Okay, all right. That makes sense. As opposed to, shoving the whole pig in there, I guess.
Can't do that.
By the way, I just watched the John Candy special. Have you seen it?
No.
They got a doc out on
I
his
didn't know
life.
that.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Uncle Buck, and that's immediately what I thought of because we saw it like a week or two ago.
Okay.
It's really good.
I watched it. I love John Candy.
It's really deep, too. Have a little Kleenex by you.
Heard. Okay.
Yeah, man, for sure. Weekend at Bernie's, we were talking about that. Yeah, so great. Miscongeniality. That's fun. How did Alfredo mozzarella barbecue pulled pork, bacon, red onions, topped with truffle oil, or aioli, pardon me, and cilantro? How did that get the name Miscongeniality? That's great.
So that one actually was miscongenial. There's 2 pieces on there by a guy that used to work for us. His name is Todd.
All right.
And I'm always really big on, like, hey, if you guys want to create your own pizza,
That's great.
if you want to run a special with it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
And so he came up with that and the Carmen San Diego, and I liked both of them enough.
Heck
I put them
yeah.
on the menu.
Where in the world is Carmen
So some
San
of the
Diego?
names have nothing to do with what's on the pizza.
Okay,
It's
all right.
just trying to find a name that sounds, hey, it works.
Yeah,
like,
man.
I don't know. We just want to keep the names 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
So if we can't figure out a way to make it with a name, we just put a name on there that sounds good.
Fight Club is basically all Italian meats, man.
Yeah, Fight Club is our meat lovers pizza. A-Team is our supreme.
Okay.
That's 2 of the top sellers. People, that don't want to get out of their comfort zone, they know what a meat lovers and a supreme is, so those get sold a lot. So is the Italian Stallion.
Buffalo Soldier.
Buffalo chicken pizza.
Love it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's perfect.
It's delicious.
It's 100% perfect. And as we mentioned earlier about Days to Confuse, basil pesto chicken, fresh mozz, tomato parm. That does sound good. That all sounds good. I love it. I love the menu. So great. And it's, for those that aren't able to see it, it's very 80s.
It's a fun menu, man. I do
Heck
all
yeah.
the design here as well.
Do you really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
I do all of our menus. Yeah.
do you
Anything you see
sleep,
on social
dude?
media is all me.
When do you sleep?
Well, I work a lot.
I know you do.
I went to college for graphic design for a little while.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
all right.
I'm not great at it, but I can get by.
This looks great. This looks good. Getting into the milkshakes here, and tell me. I know you kind of mentioned it kind of at a high level in the last segment. We talked about the milkshakes. You said that sounds like a good idea. What was really getting knee deep into it like for this restaurant? Because you're not just going to do chocolate, strawberry, and
You got to have
vanilla.
options. It's got to be a lot.
Yeah.
So I'll say when we first start, right now we finally, after a year or so being open, got a milkshake machine.
Oh, great.
Because we needed that.
Yeah.
Because when we first started, it was...
Was it a blender?
Blenders, ice cream, scooping. It was such a pain. And
Dude.
our first, I remember our first week, we were just talking. We're like, should we have done milkshakes? It was so hectic. And there's no space. That's our problem.
Yeah.
I would love to go back to ice cream and little hand blenders.
Yeah.
I just don't have the proper space. I need water hookups. I need this. I need a lot more than I have.
Yeah.
So it was a nightmare, honestly, for a while.
Ugh.
Finally got the machine. So
Yeah.
we still hand blend them with the syrups and the flavors,
Gotcha.
but the ice cream is just, it comes out perfect.
It's helpful.
It was
That's a soft serve kind of.
yeah. It was so hectic.
It's crazy. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Especially when you're packed.
Yeah, and then it's too frozen. It didn't get set in this freezer long enough to temper like it. You're trying to scoop this and it's not mixing. It was a nightmare. I've never done milkshakes a day in my life until this place. So there was no I know what we should do. It was all complete guess.
Man.
Here's what we think we should do.
Oh,
Kind of like with kitchen flow. Here's what you think, but how that was a
try and fail and succeed.
so many times.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
that was scary.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. A couple of these, by the way. We're getting into the music here. One called Flock of Seagulls, which I immediately think of hair. I don't know about you.
Yeah, same.
Flock of Seagulls, Pina Colada Milkshake, Whipped Cream, Coconut Shavings, Pineapple Wedge, Cherry. That does kind of sound like a flock of eagles, or seagulls, pardon me. That's great. Sonic Youth. We're getting to the 90s now. Strawberry Cupcake Milkshake, Whipped Cream, Cupcake Bikes, Cherry. Dude. Duran Duran, Depeche Mode, and then, of course, Naughty by Nature. Hell yeah. Chocolate Mocha Milkshake, Whipped Cream, Mini Chocolate Chips, Cherry. And you've got more. The Richie Rich. Oh, gosh.
These guys are shareable. They're 32-ounce milkshakes.
Okay.
So they're expensive, but they come with a lot of toppings.
Okay.
And they're big.
I'm going to recite the Gettysburg Address here, which is the Richie Rich. Caramel cheesecake milkshake blended with Snickers, cream cheese frosting. Oh, yum. Rim dipped in Butterfinger. Oh. Topped with 2 donuts, donut holes, and a caramel drizzle.
Yep.
Holy crap. Yeah. This is I'm thinking like 3 people to share that, not just 2.
Hey, I've seen one take it down many times. It's a lot.
Oh my gosh. Tell me it was a kid.
Never been a kid.
Really?
Never been a kid. It's always an adult that can take that down. And I've seen kids share it. A lot of people will buy it and share it. And like, that's what you should do with those. But hey, if you want to eat the whole thing, feel free.
Oh
if you each want to order one, that's great. I'll allow it.
Oh my gosh, dude. The Sandlot. And I just say that because I loved the movie. You're Killing Me Smalls, the whole bit.
Yeah.
Chocolate marshmallow milkshake, chocolate frosting rim dipped in graham cracker dust, whipped cream topped with toasted marshmallows, graham crackers, and a chocolate drizzle.
That's
unbelievable.
Our bestseller.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to leave out Revenge of the Nerds because that was an iconic movie in my life. Blackberry milkshake blended with Nerds. I see it now.
Yep.
I see it. Vanilla frosting rim dipped in sprinkles, whipped cream, cotton candy, Twizzlers, and rock candy. That's more of a state fair type thing in there. That's great.
Very overindulgent.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so good. So good. Well, man, so what's the future look like? Is this going to be something you guys continue elsewhere as well?
That's the plan.
All right.
That's the plan.
Are you have you started looking, or are you still just kind of doing what you do, or is it one of those things if something pops up you'll look at it, but
kind of that right now.
Yeah.
Always definitely look at. We want to expand.
Yeah.
But we're still brand new. Restaurants don't make a lot of profit.
Yeah.
Make just enough. So obviously we're going to need an investor for that. So
Sure.
That's kind of what we're looking at right now, seeing if anyone's interested in helping us expand.
Sure.
But that's our goal. We want to expand and then franchise eventually.
That's great.
This was my goal with this when we were coming up with the concept. Was something that could be franchised.
Okay.
Something that's, I compared it to Mellow Mushroom because it's a fun pizza place.
Yeah.
This one's just very more family friendly.
Yeah.
And I just wanted something that could just be expanded tenfold.
That's great.
So that's the end goal.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too.
Thanks for your time, man.
Hey, no problem, man. It was great.
How can folks find you, both online and in person?
So Facebook, Instagram, at Flashback NWA.
Okay.
And in person, downtown Rogers, 105 South 3rd Street.
Perfect.
We're open Tuesday through Saturday.
Okay. Hours?
All right, so they're not all the same.
Uh-oh.
So Tuesdays, we are open from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Wednesday, Thursday, we are open from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Okay.
Friday and Saturday, open 11 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay.
We might start opening up some Sundays for lunches soon.
Okay.
So we're playing with that right now.
All right. You guys cater?
We do cater.
Oh,
yeah.
good.
We do cater.
All right.
We cater, and Sunday nights we offer for party rentals if you want to.
Okay.
We've had a lot of people rent this space out for parties.
I can see that. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Perfect sense. Appreciate it, man.
Hey, no problem. Thank you so much.
You got it. Flavors of Northwest Arkansas. You can find on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. Thanks for your time. Tip your servers. Have a great week. We'll see you next Wednesday. Bye-bye.